Hi guys, what's up? Once again, Lorenzo and Alberto with you. This time we are here to do the review of the new Nokia Lumia 930. Here is the box, as you've seen, as Lorenzo is showing you. So now we move on and we start this review, reminding you the specs of this phone. We've got a display of 5 inches Full HD OLED 441 ppi. The CPU is the Snapdragon 800 quad-core 2.2 GHz. The GPU is the Adreno 330, 2 GB of RAM and 32 GB of RAM non-expandable. We've got the stunning photo camera of 20 megapixel card size pure view, and the front camera on the back, of course, and on the front we've got the 1.2 megapixel front camera. And the battery is not removable and it's got 2420 mAh. We start saying that on this phone we found a great touch and feel. There is a great grip on the back, so you're not going to fear the possibility of losing it, of seeing it falling down. Great grip because we've got the polycarbonate on the back and the aluminium on side. So great build quality. The phone is really solid. You feel it when you've got it in your hand. That's a great sensation. We found that this phone is a little bit heavy, 167 grams, and after a little bit you get used to it, but the first time you hold it in your hand is a little bit heavy and you feel it actually. Of course, the phone, like every Nokia, runs with a Windows Phone. The version is 8.1. You've got the toggle, as Lorenzo is showing you, and they are pretty similar to Android One. Really useful, really simple to use. The phone is really fluid, is awesome. We never had lags in it, and we use it really in a really intensive way for a lot of time, but there are no lag on this phone. Okay, so now we're going to move on and we're going to talk about photo camera. And the first thing that we can say is that you're going to find this very useful button, as Lorenzo is showing you, so you can take photos without any kind of problems. And as always, we're going to use to take a sample photo. Now we're going to shoot at the new Xiaomi Mi 4. You can take photos in a pretty fast way, so the autofocus is very good. And as Lorenzo is showing you, the definition is great. And also the colors are rich because it's an OLED display, which is pretty similar to the AMOLED, so the colors are rich. If you want them to look more natural, you can actually change settings without any kind of problem. There are modes, of course, like in every phone, maybe not the same number as you're going to find on the Android phones, but the modes are really useful and simple to use when you get used to the system, to the Nokia system. Overall, we can say that the photo looks really good. One of the best phones in this aspect that we tried till now. And also, if you take photos with in the dark, the result is outrageous. Now we're going to reproduce a test video in order to see how this display of this Nokia 930 reacts. So here it is, the sample video. The video, of course, runs in a really fluid way. Of course, this is a top phone. It cost a lot, so that's exactly what we expected by this Nokia. And the angle of view is awesome, really impressive. You can see the image from every position almost. And this aspect is common in every AMOLED screen. Now we're going to see, as always, the white and black colors to have an idea of the display. The black is outrageous, like in every Super AMOLED, and the white is really good, not at the level of the black, but it doesn't tend neither to yellow or blue, so definitely a good color. From this image, we can say that the colors are rich, as we've said before. Really impressive, really stunning if you like them to look like that, really rich, really vivid, artificial. You can actually change the settings if you prefer them to look natural. And now we're going to reproduce a song in order to analyze the quality of the speakers. Here it is, the sample Pompeii. The speaker is on the back, so unfortunately the position is not great in our opinion, because you cannot listen to the music while the phone is on, for example, a table. So the position is not great on the back. Now we come close. The volume is not really high, but let's say high enough for your needs, in our opinion. And the quality of the audio is at a good level. Not great, but definitely a good level. Okay, so now Lorenzo is going to play Asphalt in order to see how this Nokia 930 reacts. This is a testing game, not maybe at the level of Real Racing 3, but you can still have a good impression of how the display reacts, whether it's fluid or not. Here it is. The quality of the display is great in our opinion, also the light effects are really cool. And you don't find the lags in it. Really great if you're interested in gaming. This is a great phone. It runs in a perfect way, really fluid. So also for gaming, this Nokia reacted in a great way. Another plus for this phone. Now we're going to consider the browser, because of course this is a top phone, so you may use it also, of course, for working. You can be very interested in how this phone reacts when used to go to the internet and seeing the mails. And as you're seeing, we use this Italian testing website, but if you scroll down, scroll up, the phone reacts in an instant. Now we're going to try to pinch to zoom. The phone reacts in a very great way, because you have to consider that this site is pretty heavy. You have a lot of video, links and photos in it, but the result is great. You can use it without any kind of problems. If you have to work with the phone, you're interested in it, you're not going to have problem with this new device of Nokia. Okay, so now, as always, we're going to give you our impression and our feedback, giving marks on this phone in almost every aspect of it. So the marks are out of 100. Design and build quality gained 86, performance 85, the display also 85. The camera is by far the best part of this phone, so it gained an 88. The speaker quality is 77. The battery is 77, because we expected even worse, because seeing the amperage, the number is pretty low on this top phone. But the result is not bad, so that means that there's a great optimization by Nokia. So you can also, if you use it in an intensive way, you arrive till dinner without any kind of problem. So a good optimization by Nokia. The specs deserve an 85. The user experience is 82, because maybe it's like said, it's a little bit heavy, and and the edge is not so thin as we usually find in other top phones, as you're seeing. The quality price ratio is 78 because of course it costs a lot, 600 euro in Italy, but still 100 euro less than other top phones, so not a bad result here. And the final mark of this Nokia 930 is 82 out of 100 in our opinion. Okay, so now we move on to the final conclusion, and we can say that undoubtedly they had some improvements with this new version of the Windows Phone 8.1. But we have to consider that the user interface of a Windows phone still remains, of course, less customizable than any Android device. But this phone can be a really good choice if you're looking for a smartphone that is simple to use, fluid, with a great reception. So you're not going to have any kind of problem if you use the phone especially for calling other people, and the camera is really great. By far the best part of this phone. The GPS hasn't any kind of problem. So if you're looking for a smartphone with this characteristic, this really may be the perfect choice for you. That was all for today, so feel free as always to ask any particular question. We're very pleased, of course, to answer you. And please subscribe to our new channel and share the video and put a like. That was all for today, so goodbye for Lorenzo and Alberto of Mobile Experience.